Hi guys, my name's Adelaide and welcome to Adelaide Stitches. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about cross stitch. Today it is Monday the 21st of April. It is Easter Monday here, so we have a public holiday, which is lovely. And it is day 5 of my 14 days of designers, where I'm going through all my whips and sorting them by designer to go through and kind of figure out where I want to go from here, what my goals are. So first let's get to my stitching update from last night, and yesterday I talked about my heaven and earth design projects, which are my hates, and I did work on a hade last night, but it was a new start. So I started Fairy Whispers, which I put a picture of it up, which I did laugh about because I had said the day before that, you know, I'm not going to start a new Primrose Cottage stitches start. I'm going to be strong, and then I go and start a full coverage which has over 184,000 stitches. So might be a little bit of work, but anyway. Fairy Whispers is artwork by Lisa Parker. It is the request a size version and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And here is where I got up to with my start. So I actually started the opposite sides what I usually do. So usually I do a left start. This is a right start. I know it will look opposite because of the video, but yeah, so I am starting at the right top corner with those beautiful greens, and that is what called me. I just kept seeing the picture of the image and I just love the colours in it, and I thought I really want to stitch it. I really want to stitch with those colours, and I had such fun last night pulling out beautiful greens and blues and starting stitching the forest. So this fabric is 25 count easy grit. It's an even weave by Zweigart. I am stitching this the same as the full coverages I showed yesterday. So they're all being stitched 2/1. So that is 2 strands over 1 square. So you can see it's quite tiny, but each stitch is a half stitch. It's called tent stitch. So that is what I like to do for my full coverages, I guess. You know how some full coverages, they're like in a shape that's not a rectangle or a square, or sometimes they have a bit of space here and there, but if they're completely full coverage in a conventional shape, then I like to do 2/1 tent. So that is it today. So hopefully you can see how beautiful those greens are. I'm sorry, I did have to shut my curtain because the light was so bright today. It was like reflecting off my camera. So we're doing the best we can. It is just after 1, so we're getting to that strong afternoon sun, but that's okay. I think you can see how beautiful the greens are. So yeah, that was my new start, and I did 1,225 stitches out of 184,875. I'm just looking at my notes to check. And that is 0.66%. So not bad. I was pretty pleased with that for one night. Yeah, it was fun to stitch and it did fly. So yeah, that is my Fairy Whispers. And I had that finished yesterday for Primrose Cottage Stitches too, Come We Fly. And I was like, oh good, I'll have to look at my whip, see how many I've got now. Well, I've started this, so I'm about the same. Same as I was, but that's okay. Okay, well, I'm sure as you saw from the title, today we're going to discuss extra cute cross stitch patterns. I think the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery may have the cutest cross stitch patterns they are. There's just something about them that's so gorgeous and divine. And I thought it would be nice to go through projects I've fully finished, and quite a few whips I've got going. So let me count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Frosted Pumpkin whips I have on the go at the moment. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery I started, and actually the biggest one I've ever finished, is the Cosy Cafe. And I was going to put a picture up, but I don't have to because I have a finish to show you. So I started this in December 2022. It was on the 31st of December as part of the New Year's Eve 12 by 12. And I finished this last year in November. So it was that 2024 November. So nearly 2 years to do, but it was one of their yearly sales from maybe 2020 or maybe earlier. I'm not sure. It was before I'd got back into cross stitching. But I knew as soon as I saw it, I had to do it. And yeah, it is fully finished. It is beaded, and I have it up in my kitchen. So this is Cosy Cafe. I just love it. It is stitched on vintage country mocha in 27 count Linda cloth. And I'd really recommend this fabric. It was so nice to stitch. It's a type of even weave, and it really shows the white up well. I feel, especially from a distance, you can see what everything is, which sometimes can be tricky when choosing a fabric. The white can kind of blend in a bit. So yeah, I really like this, and I feel really proud that I do have one yearly Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery sale finished. I'm hoping by the end of this year it'll be more than that, but yes, I have one. And actually, I think it was 2024. It definitely was, because I stitched it in as well, my finishing date. So yeah, I love this one. It's heaps of fun, and hopefully you can see the beads, which I admit I did say on my floss tubes I did not love doing, but hey, it got me started. I have a piece finished with beads, don't I? So that was my first FFO, and then I have another little FFO, and it's funny, I thought I had more cushions, but this is the only one I can find at the moment. So this is berry picking and ice cream licking. Isn't it cute? And it's just finished as a little pillow with strawberry fabric on the back. And once again, really simple and fun to stitch, a super cute design. This is just on 28 count antique white lugana, and yeah, I use the DMC, the called for. Actually, in both of them, the Cosy Cafe and this one, berry picking, I use the called for DMC. So yeah, I really like that one. It's funny, I was just talking about white and it's showing up, and I guess at a distance it probably wouldn't show up that well, but it looks really good here on the camera. So maybe it depends on the type of white you use. But yeah, so they're my two FFOs for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And then I have a finish that I haven't FFO'd, and it's quite funny because I started it and enrolled in the class to FFO it, watched the class, really enjoyed it, but never actually got round to doing my fully finished object. And this is Season's Greetings. So this is the project from the Jingle Ball run by Lindy Stitches in 2023, December of that year. And we had to stitch this, and I did the stitching before the class and was up to date, and isn't it cute? I used the called for DMC, and this fabric came in the kit, and it is Picture This Plus Faun, and isn't it beautiful? It's just such stunning mottling, and it's a 28 count linen. And yeah, I just love stitching it. And the idea was that the reason why it's all the way over here is because they had different colorways, and if I guess you fully finished it successfully, you could stitch other colorways and get 4 out of this little piece of fabric, because I think it's only a fat 1/8. So yeah, I really like this one. The class was to finish it as a flat fold, which as you see I haven't done, and I have wondered if I should just go ahead and do it as a cushion, because I would finish that really quickly and it would be really cute up. Or maybe I should find a white frame for it. I don't know, since it's 2025 and I haven't done the flat fold yet. So maybe I just shouldn't stick to it that rigidly. It's okay if I don't do a flat fold and I finish it a different way. But yeah, it's very cute. I believe this pattern is for sale on their website now, and I think they even have kits for it as well. So that is Season's Greetings. And then we start getting into my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery whips. So the oldest whip I have here is one I actually started at the same time as Cosy Cafe, and that was part of that 12 by 12 New Year's Eve start. I think I had 12 starts, and looking back I think, wow, in one evening I started 2 of their yearly sales and another one of I think it was their 4 or 5 month sales, so I was confident. But anyway, so this is, and I will put a picture in, Once Upon a Time by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, so you can see it finished. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? I love all the fairy tales. My only thing was that I really would like fairy tale names in there instead of months, just because I feel if we have it up, that would just make more sense to me, because I'm not stitching it as the yearly sale. I mean, yeah, I started 2022. We're over 2 years old now, so I was definitely not being stitched as a yearly sale. This is where I am up to. Oh, sorry, I've even got a thread there. Oops. Isn't it beautiful? And as you can see close up, I have put fairy tale names in. So it has been a struggle to chart them and get them to fit, and I think that does really slow me down on this, and probably one of the reasons why I went to Cosy Cafe a lot more than coming back to this. But I am hoping to get back to it. I got back to it recently and did quite a bit on the 3 pigs, and I should just finish that block. I am so close. But yeah, isn't it cute? This is on 28 count. Just looking to see if I have the tag on it. It's not Salted Caramel because that is the darker one. It's by Number 12 Stitch Co., which is an Australian linen dyer. And it is, this is going to bug me, I'll probably remember it as soon as I finish filming. 28 count. No, it's gone. I will put it in the description down below. But it is a very, very pretty colour. It is nice to stitch. And even though it's quite light, I feel it still does show up the detail on it. And I think this actually was their biggest yearly sale. So let me see, I wrote it down. It is 173 by 246 finished. So it is going to use, yeah, pretty much the whole fat quarter, which is amazing. Because, yeah, it's going to be 12 blocks. So, and the border. I have changed some of the colours in it as well. So the border, I believe, was just purple. I think it was purple, pink and blue, but I am just doing all different colours as I feel like it. And I have brightened up quite a few of the colours in the block as well. So yeah, that's my Once Upon a Time. It's really nice. Maybe that'll be one of my goals tonight, to get out and do some stitching on that 3 Little Pigs block, because that would be super cute to have that finished. And yeah, exciting. And I should put this higher up the priority list, because my kids are at the age where they'd really appreciate this, but if I hold off for a while, they might grow up and become teenagers and be like, yeah, no mum, we don't really want fairy tale cross stitch. Yeah, just hang it in our bedroom. I guess then I hang it in my bedroom because it's so beautiful. So that is, well, nearly my eldest. The other whip I have that's the same age is my Mysterious Halloween Town. And this has been through quite a journey, because I have restarted it, yeah, twice. So I don't actually have my first start with me. It was on a really crunchy linen. I think it was Perman, and because I stitch in hand and I like soft fabric, it wasn't for me at all. And then I changed, I think it was like a year later, to try Vintage Stormy Night. And this is what my second start looked like, which is quite pretty. And this is 32 count Vintage Stormy Night Lugana. And I don't know, when I pulled it out for my 31 days of Halloween last year, I just felt like I didn't love it. And it's such a beautiful pattern, the Mysterious Halloween Town. Yeah, I wanted to love it. I wanted to love it. So I stopped that, and people even said to me then, which was really a good idea, that I should just finish the base and just turn that into a little cushion, because how cute would that bakery be? So last year in October, I restarted it on 28 count Lugana, and I am really happy with the fabric, the colours. I'm using the DMC called for, and how cute does that look? So I started in the middle. I wanted to get away from that bakery, I think. not restitch it straight away again. And yeah, that is super cute. Super cute. Looking at it makes me feel like I want to stitch it now. I'm probably going to say that about all of them, but I guess that's why they're my whips, because I love them. But yeah, how nice is this? And as I go through these whips, I won't have any statistics because the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, I've watched their designer talks, and they don't use cross-stitch software to chart. They do it all in the Adobe suite. Using, I guess, more graphic design software. So their charts are beautiful, and especially the coloured ones are really nice to look at, but they do not go into Pattern Keeper, which, yeah, that's okay. You know, companies do what works for them, don't they? So yeah, that's my mysterious Halloween town. And then what did I start after that? Oh, next I decided to participate in one of their yearly sales as it was starting. So the next sale I started was Castle Homecoming. This was their June 2023 sale. I'll put a picture of it up. It has long finished as a yearly sale. I fell behind. It was a lot of stitching, and I think if it was the only thing I was stitching, I would have stayed caught up, but you know me, I flitter here and there and have all different projects, so that wasn't going to happen. So this is where mine got to, which I'm happy about. I mean, it's over halfway, but definitely not finished. I have the tree to finish here, I have that border, and then I have this whole top scene with the castle to finish. But how cute and happy and fun. Like, yeah, when you look at their designs, they, to me, definitely are the cutest ones out there. They're so happy. So this is stitched on 28 count ice blue lugana, and yeah, I did a DMC conversion on this as well because I did want my colours a bit brighter. But yeah, really happy with that. I don't know, I was gonna say maybe I should spend an hour each on them, but I don't have 7 hours to stitch tonight, so we'll see. It'll be interesting when I come back tomorrow what I picked. Hopefully I'm not like, oh yeah, I got a new Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery stuff. No, I'm not allowed to look at their website, by the way. Yeah, because it's just too dangerous for me. But yeah, no, really like this. I just love that dragon. Isn't he the cutest? Yes. Okay, so that was June 2023. And then I did start, which I showed you before, and I finished stitching Season's Greetings. That was December 2023. And then, even though I hadn't finished the 2023 yearly sale, I thought, let's do the 2024 yearly sale. And that was an unusual one because the theme was Arctic animals, and that has just been finished now. I'll put a picture of it up. And I never thought I would stitch a cross stitch with Arctic animals, but I have loved it. I am going to be really excited to finish it and have it up on my wall. And I've even looked at their Into the Jungle one. Well, when I say looked, I'm not allowed to look at their website. I have remembered their Into the Jungle one and thought, oh, I should relook at that and perhaps start it because stitching animals is so fun. So this is where I am up to with mine. And this is 28 count lugana hand dyed by me. And this is using the called for DMC and the one glow in the dark rainbow gallery thread they suggested. So yeah, isn't it gorgeous? Definitely. Oh, maybe I'm going to say this is the one I work on tonight. Try and get that bear finished. That would be nice. And then I've got that border. I really didn't enjoy this border, and I've got it again to do over here. I don't know why. Wiggly lines aren't what I like to stitch, apparently. But the animals are super fun to stitch, and even all the little blocks with the names. I just love how bright and cheery they are, and the colours of the aurora. Stunning. Stunning. So that is my Arctic animal sound, which actually, comparing to where I am my others, I think I'd be 2/3. So I think this would be my closest to a finish. I know I was talking the other day about having projects at beginning, middle and towards the end, so you can pick it up and go for that finish. So I think this would be my first contender going for the finish. I have 1.5 animals, a border and the text down the bottom. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm putting it out there. Finish this year. That would be nice. I'd like to put my Castle Homecoming out there finish this year, but I'm not that brave. This one. Okay, and then I started 2 more Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries last year. And they both go together actually. One is the Halloween Spooky Sampler. I'll put a picture of it up. And that's what I'll show first. And this is one of the projects I put on my wheel for 31 days of Halloween. And I think I spun it like 3 times. And I got 2 blocks done. So yeah, I definitely should keep going with this because it's so cute. And I was going through my mauve Halloween stage because another mauve fabric. And this is 14 count Ada, hand dyed by me. Isn't it pretty? Just so cute. I love this colour. And I love the witch and the little owls. Aren't they the sweetest? So yeah, this is my Halloween spooky sampler. I was having a look at the measurements of this and it's 127 by 127 because it's a square. So actually it's not that much stitching. That's another one I think I easily could push and in a few nights get to the middle of the project. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Might put that one near the top of the pile too. Oh, and that's just called for DMC. Even though I use a different colour fabric to them, I thought their colours still look good on it. And I love how the white shows up, especially the moon and the stars. Really nice. And then at Christmas, I wanted to start their Christmas celebration sampler, which is the same size as the Halloween one. So I'll put a picture of that one up. As you can see, it's the letters again. And I think I only spun this once, so I don't have much progress on it. It is literally a start. And I have one little cute snowman. He looks a bit lost in this fabric, doesn't he? And I decided to try pink. And this is 32 count Vintage Pink Whisper by Zweigart. It is one of their pre-printed mottled fabrics, so you can see the mottling on it, and then it's just like a lot, because it's very light on the other side because it's printed on this side. But yeah, oh, he's cute. And so far this is the called for DMC as well. I have a lot of needles on that needle minder. I really should get back and get them. They'd be good to have too. So yeah, I think that's my 6 Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery whip, and that's definitely a beginning one. And then, because I didn't have enough, well, I didn't have any Valentine's Day ones on the go, I started one more this year, and I would say I'm about halfway. And this is Hugs and Kisses by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And once again, really cute, really sweet, and I felt it matched, oh there it is, the pillow that I did. And I'm doing it in the same fabric, the 28 count Antique White Lugana. And here it is. So isn't that cute? Hugs and Kisses. So definitely I think about halfway with that one too. Have a push, have a finish. And they are gonna look so cute together. I know they're like different seasons. This is more a summer one, but actually our Valentine's Day is in summer because it's February. So yeah, that's gonna look super cute and be nice to have out together. So yeah, that is all my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery whips. They are a fantastic pattern company. I will link them below. As I've said several times, their patterns are super cute, super happy, super fun, and really lovely to stitch. So it'll be interesting to see what I pick to stitch tonight. Okay, well that's it from me today. So thanks so much everyone for watching. Thanks for all the comments, the likes and subscribes. I was really excited to hear that a few of you are gonna have a go at full coverage after seeing yesterday's video. So yeah, you have to let me know what you're stitching, and I'd love to see photos. I know YouTube comments doesn't let you do photos, which is a shame, but my email is down there if you ever feel like showing me. Because I'm always happy to see what everyone's working on. That's what's so great about this community. Like I do enable people. I know that. Sorry. But you also enable me because I love hearing and seeing what you're stitching. And actually on that note, the Primrose Cottage stitching rules, I'll put a picture of it up, that I spoke about before. Apparently that's not coming out as PDF. That file's too big too. It's only coming out as a booklet. So I just wanted to let you know, because I said I was waiting for the PDF. And when I've had that, I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to have to keep a lookout on the Australian needlework stores and see when and or if they get it in. But yes, I wanted to let you know that too. All right, well, have a great afternoon and a great night, everyone. Happy stitching and take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.